Ever pondered on the riddle of existence? How did we, a bunch of carbon-based life forms, end up on a blue marble spinning around a flaming ball in an infinite cosmos? Let's rewind the cosmic clock to about 13.8 billion years ago. Picture nothing. No, not your weekend plans, but actual nothingness. Then suddenly an explosion of everything from nothing. The Big Bang. But this wasn't your neighborhood firecracker. It was a colossal outburst, spewing matter and energy in all directions, setting the stage for the grand cosmic ballet. Now imagine the universe as a giant balloon. Not the fun party kind, but a balloon that's been expanding ever since that initial pop. Like your waistline, after a holiday season of indulgent feasting, the universe just keeps growing, and there's no cosmic diet in sight. So, just like that leftover turkey sandwich that's expanding your waistline, our universe is growing every second, but what about life in it? Did you know you're stardust? Quite literally, if we may add, not in a poetic, philosophical way, but pure, unadulterated science. Stars, those twinkling dots in the night sky, are not just for making wishes or guiding lost sailors. They're more like cosmic factories, laboriously churning out elements heavier than helium. Think of them as celestial chefs, mixing up a cosmic soup of elements in their stellar kitchens. Picture it. Stars, sweating it out over cosmic stoves, stirring up elements in their celestial cauldrons. They're not just making helium and hydrogen, they're cooking up carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and all the other heavier elements on the periodic table. All while complaining about the lack of a union break, of course. And when they've cooked up enough of these elements, what do? They explode, in a supernova no less, scattering these elements across the universe. It's the ultimate takeout delivery, sending out the ingredients that form planets and, well, us. So those carbon atoms in your cells, that iron in your blood, you can thank a star's hard work and eventual explosive demise for them. You're not just made of stardust, you're made of hard-working, union-deserving, supernova exploding stardust. Yeah, that's right, you are a product of celestial alchemy, a unique blend of stardust and cosmic magic. But how does this stardust-filled life end? Alright, we've covered the we are stardust part. Now let's move on to the less sparkly bit. The end of life, or as I like to call it, the cosmic checkout. First up, let's talk about our sun. It's been a pretty reliable source of warmth and light so far, right? Well, in about 5 billion years, it's going to have a bit of a midlife crisis. It'll puff up into a red giant, a stage of stellar evolution that's comparable to a 40-something buying a flashy sports car they can't afford. The only difference is when the sun goes through its red giant phase, it might just swallow Earth whole. Talk about going out with a bang. But hey, if the sun's midlife crisis doesn't get us, there's always the chance of a rogue asteroid playing cosmic 10-pin bowling with Earth. Now, that would be a strike we wouldn't want to see. And if all else fails, there's the theory of the heat death of the universe. This is when the universe, in its infinite jest, decides to cool down so much that everything just stops. It's like the universe's way of saying, all right, show's over, folks, time to pack it up. So, whether it's our sun having a midlife crisis or the universe deciding to pull the ultimate prank, the end is inevitable. But hey, at least we're stardust. So we've been born from a cosmic explosion, we're made of stardust, and we're heading towards an inevitable end. Feeling insignificant yet? Let's put things into perspective, shall we? Picture the universe as your email inbox. It's vast, overwhelming, and filled with things you'll never get around to reading. Now consider our planet Earth. If the universe is your inbox, then Earth is that one spam email you've been ignoring for weeks. We're tiny, almost invisible, in the grand cosmic inbox, but don't let that get you down. Remember, even that spam email holds a certain charm. It's unique, colorful, and persistent, just like us. We're the result of a cosmic explosion made of stardust and teeming with life. In the grand scheme of things, we might be as significant as that unread spam email in your inbox. But hey, at least we're the most interesting stardust-filled spam the universe ever created.